Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Shalom. And double honors to our spiritual teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have students and prophets that teach. Who have prophets that teach Salakia, and students like myself around the world that are learning from them. And Shalom. And double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I was just watching this vid. This individual here, Peter Santinello. He could be a Jake. I'm not too sure. I'm getting more of an Edomite vibe from him. He could have been, I don't know, could have had a Jake daddy and maybe raised by an Edomite mother. I don't know. He's got a real sort of a corny vibe. He could be a Jake. I don't know. Anyway, he travels the States and different parts of the world and checks out rich neighborhoods, where Amalek and heathen nations reside, as well as going to so-called hoods or rough neighborhoods or rough cities around the world. Okay, and I was watching a video last night about this individual here. He went to Rome as well. He went to Sicily. He went to Italy as well, interviewing Italian Jakes, who are more than likely Judites, okay, who come from a seed line of the Israelite Moors, or Israelites that converted to Islam during that period. Okay, now he's been interviewing Judites in America, in Compton and South Central and New York, the Bronx, as well. And now he's done an interview checking out the poorest Native American reservation, and the Native Americans are the tribe of Gad, of the nation of Israel. Okay, and with these casinos that people make mockery of, that so-called Native Americans have money. They don't have no money. They don't have no affiliation or connection with those casinos. Those casinos are owned by $5 Indians. Okay, so-called white people, Caucasians that came to the Americas, okay, for land grabs, and to get a portion of that land. There's a lot of what they did was they signed forms and signed paperwork to say that they had Indian heritage. Okay, they had Indian heritage. Okay, so they murder off the actual real Gadites, the real native Indians. Okay, Indian means savage. They're not called Indians. They're not a tribe of Gad. Okay, of the northern kingdom of Israel. Okay, and then these Edomites grow their hair out, wear moccasins, and wear Gadite clothes, pretending to be Gadites. And then when they make movies of the Last Mohican and this, that, and the third, they always use some cracker or some Edomite in there to play an Indian or an Israelite. These Edomites want to be everybody else but themselves. They want to be the Vikings. Who are they? They are not. The Vikings were so-called black men. They were Israelites. Okay. They want to be the Last Mohican. They want to be Gad. They want to be Native Indians. They want to be the American ninja. When ninjutsu is okay, it's in the land of Moab and the East and all that kind of thing, and Ammon, but it comes from the Israelites out there. Okay, because Jacob is the former of all things. Okay, and then you got then they want to be everybody but themselves. Because really what these Edomites are, the so-called white man, are nothing but disgusting, unhygienic, stinky, smelly people, if you want to call them people, that wore their loincloths till it disintegrated, until they were crawling on all fours, about 500-600 years ago in the caves of Europe. Okay? The original home is Mount Seir. Then they were pushed in the Caucasus Mountains because it's so disgusting and filthy. And if you're around these Edomites, they don't shower every day. They stink. They look at you funny because you wash your hair. Wash your hands multiple times. I've seen that. If you're working with them in the office or wherever you work around these devils, they just walk out the cubicle, in the men's room without even washing their hands. They don't shower every day. They even make videos now talking about, yeah, I don't shower every day. I don't wash my ass every day. They're disgusting. It was the ancient Moors, the Israelites had to teach these MFers how to wash. Okay? I was going into a bit of a tangent there. Salakia. Yeah. So these curses follow heavy, man. I can't really play this because of the current YouTube law system. But check this out yourself. Okay? These guys have a high rate of diabetes, which is quite heavy in Israelite foreigners as well as Jakes around the world, namely like West Indians here in the UK, Nigerians here in the UK, brothers in America, the Judite brothers, Benjamites, everybody in America, definitely the Latinos and Native Indians as well. And Esau gives our Gadite brothers, the food that they have in the communities is of, is basically, obviously it's not real food. Okay, it's not real food. It promotes diseases. It promotes illnesses. Okay, high sugar content, high carbohydrate content. Okay, because there's good carbohydrate and bad carbohydrate, right? Okay, they live in the poorest neighborhoods. Most of the Gadites that live on reservations live like people live 100 years ago. There's no running. There's no hot water. There's no running cold water. You gotta like go to a well or something to get the water. Okay, the curses follow. They've got the Bloods and Crips in their reservations. Okay, now you got the Mexican cartels. Mexicans are our brothers too. They're the tribe of Issachar that are sort of setting up shop there in these areas. And obviously it's the curses, and on the flip side, it's Esau who is setting everything up because the CIA and the FBI control everything, don't they? Esau is behind all of this as well. But ultimately, see how Bashim Shai making this happen because the tribe of Gad, a lot of them still do the same bullshit they did way back. Worshipping idols and worshipping crows and eagles, and doing all sorts of other things as well that are foul. And these curses are gonna follow, man, wherever we go. No matter what you look like. Even if you think you're of another nation, you're gonna think, okay, how come I'm not succeeding? How come that person is succeeding? Huh? You could look like a cracker, man, and have the complexion for the protection, as Paul Mooney would say, and still go through hell, not making it. Okay, why you got to try twice as hard? Because it's all spiritual. I'm an Israelite foreigner, right? I am a man of color, but not growing up. Before I even faced racism, I had this deep hatred for Edomites, man, because it's spiritual. I don't like them. I can't stand them. Okay, I don't like being around them, but I deal with it because what makes me smile is the fact that we're at the end of this rulership. Okay, and just to sort of pep my spirit up and make myself feel better, I watch videos of Ishmael and multimillionaire Jakes or billionaire people and see their mansions and their swimming pools and things like that, and just compare and think about how the kingdom's going to be, and what's on this side is beautiful. Speaking as a man, you see the beautiful homes and beautiful landscaping and the swimming pools and everything, the palm trees, the sunshine, the blue sky. You see all that, but this is on this side, and can you imagine how it's going to be, how beautiful it's going to be in the kingdom? Playing with lions and tigers, and having beautiful exotic animals as not as pets, and not going to chain them up or cage them. We're just going to speak to them. We're going to talk to them. They're going to be out like I don't know, me speaking as a man, like friends. You're going to say, only the Lord knows how it's going to be in the kingdom, right? We're going to, man, it's going to be beautiful. So these things, these small little things, just like being right in the mind and knowing that Esau's going to fall soon and they're not going to ever rule again. They're not going to ever, 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 ever be in power ever again. We're not going to have to work again, go to a job interview again and see some cracker's face interviewing you, ask you dumbass questions. You're not going to ever have to go again and clock in or go to work and see some cracker there, some Edomite there, manager, director, whatever, you want to see, all these things, these small little things you won't have to deal with again, small to large things. You just think about these things that piss you off, They're not going to ever rule again. This is it for them, man. The last few seconds of this captivity. This is it for these Edomites and other heathen nations. You know? They're not going to ever rule again. They're not going to ever be in power again. After this captivity, they're going in slavery for 1,000 years. And after 1,000 years, we're going to wipe them off the planet, pursuant to Obadiah 1 and 18. And before that happens, we're going to put hell on these devils, man, and you heathen nations. But you, Esau, boy, I got something proper like for you. Meditate terror on your devil ass. I can't stand you devils. Salakia without just, man, I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And, you know, and it hurts when you see your brothers in this condition, man. You know? You see little Israelite babies running around, beautiful little Israelite children, and they're going through hell, man. You know? But Jake always keeps a positive chin up. Talks about prayer and, you know, and in the reservation, you got Bloods and Crips there. They fight each other, but then they do, you know, please forgive me. They, you know, they do, you know, I don't know all the correct terms. They do, is it prayer dances or fire dances or something? You know, they do those Gadite dances together, right? And beating the drum and all that. And you know, but then after once they've done that, they're going to start fighting each other, you know. And you know, Gad talks about, you know, all the influence of the '90s and rap music and all that kind of stuff, which was done by design by Esau, because there was a meeting in the early '90s, which Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony brought out. The tall brother, the tall, lean, skinny one. I think it's Crazy Bone. Yeah, he said that they had a meeting. Esau had a meeting with him in the '90s. Said they want to promote gangster rap, and you know, basically they want to promote that because Jake is very impressionable, right? They want to promote gangster rap and idolatry and no idolatry and adultery, um, and you know, I'll kill a ninja this and murder ninja that, and you know, music like Mobb Deep murder music, you know, because murdering is wrong. They promote all the negative energies, and then these devils they pray, do negative, do demonic prayers over the music as well. So that influences Jake even more, you know. And in these neighborhoods, they have stores which have nothing but, you know, lower, you know, just not even food. We don't know what the hell they're giving Jake. We don't know what the hell we're eating. That's why prayer is really important. And what you've done to the tribe of Gad, man, which is Gad, you know, you see Jake in the hood, right? Even in London, you know, Jake, okay, you live in a certain neighborhood, right? You know, all the shop owners are either Elam or Israelite foreigners or what else? Ishmael or, you know, and you have like, we don't have Chick-fil-A over here, but we have like, you know, your sort of mom and pop type stores where, you know, you can open up a burger place or a burger joint, you know, what we call fish and chips over here as well, you know, which is cheap. But you won't see these places in Edomite areas. Their places will be owned all by Edomites. Okay, the streets will be cleaner, you know. But Jake living in the hood, you know, okay, fair enough. You know, he might have a job, he might have a decent car, you know, and we're royal by nature, so therefore we're going to be looking clean every day. We might not have a lot of money collectively. Some of us do, but some Jakes do, but collectively, but we got that royal lineage and that royal spirit where, you know, when we're stepping out of the house, we always want to make sure that we look clean. You know, that's just our spirit. You know, and even if we've got a car could be 10 years old. We're gonna make sure that car is polished up. You know, it's looking clean and sharp. You know what I mean? It's gonna, you know, you might even kit your car up with some rims or whatever. Jake is just very royal like that. Likes to, you know, look real crisp, and even living in the hood. But Gad, man, these guys live like, all you need to do is add a few horses and carriages there, and a couple of TPs. These men, then they look like they've been, you know, they live like, you know, the Wild West days. You know, Gad is way worse off, man. You know, way worse off. And these curses, and a lot of you Jakes out there, you know, especially black only Israelites, are stupid as anything, man. You can't see the correlation and the connection of the curses, you know. You can't see that. You know, all you see is the outward appearance. You just can't see the fact that these are our people, man. You know, all that black only shit. Okay, yeah, granted. Okay, the original of those. That's, you know, this and that. The Lord likes me speaking as a man, as an Israelite man. Yahweh Shem Yashai likes a garden full of many different types of flowers, man. Not one type of flower. Okay, so therefore the tribes are going to look very diverse, but beautiful. Okay, and these curses, man, have followed our people everywhere. And you damn devils are going to pay, man. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. And we're at the end of this thing soon. And a lot of you devils and you heathens and you 2/3 think that America's going to go on forever. There's going to be flying cars and I don't know. They think it's going to be like Back to the Future 2. That movie was what? Set in 2015. We're in 2023 right now, man. Halfway through. Ain't shit like that going to happen. You devils' queendom is not going to go on forever, man. Okay? It ain't going to go on forever. It ain't going to go on forever. Okay? But you can feel something coming in the air. All right? Let's go to Deuteronomy. All the curses are in Deuteronomy 27, Deuteronomy 28. Okay, so Deuteronomy 28 to 15. I think Deuteronomy, yeah. The first part of Deuteronomy 28, I think all the way to 14, is the blessings, and from 15 onwards are the curses. Okay? And the curses happen to us because, a lot of us become idolaters, went to different faiths, different religions, through the curses. Gad went way off, and Gad still does the same BS they've been doing. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Let me just add one side note as well. Okay? The oldest Hebrew writings have been found in Mexico, man. Los Lunas stones in Mexico. Okay? And the Mexicans are the tribe of Issachar. Mexico is Mexica or Mexicans. Okay? Hamashiach, Mashika, Hamashiach. You see the connection there? Okay? Okay? And the pyramids that are built in the Americas by the Northern Kingdom, they're exactly the same as the pyramids built in ancient Egypt, in Hamite Egypt. Why do you think that is? Why do you think the tribe of Gad wear fringes and the border of blue? Why do you think the tribe of Gad circumcised their boy child on the 8th day? Why do you think when her woman is on her rag or on her monthly flower, would they keep their women separate from them until their monthly flower is over? Huh? These are small things. These are the things that the Israelites do. Huh? And you don't, and you think the tribe of Gad ain't Jake? So why are these curses on the tribe of Gad then? Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. You can see that in the tribe of Gad, okay, and the rest of the tribes. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Okay, purchasing food, getting food, growing food. Even the food is what genetically modified. You're growing the food, you're getting probably genetically modified seeds. You don't know what the hell you're eating. Okay, you've got the weather controlled by the HARP machine, which Esau controls the weather. Hence the reason why you're getting snow in the middle of spring. And funny weather patterns. Ultimately, see how Bashim Mashai controlling everything, because he gave, the Lord Almighty in heaven gave these blessings onto the heathen. Okay. Verse 18: Cursed shall be thy fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kine, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Okay, when it comes to verse 19 here, you Jakes out there that know the Psalm 121 prayer in the Lashon Kodash. If you don't know that yet in English, but replace the Most High's name there with the How Bashim Yashai and do that prayer. If you're trying to get yourself in going in the right direction, Lord willing. A lot of us are, man. Verse 19 again, cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Jake leaving the house in the morning to go to work. You don't know whether you're going to come back home alive or not, man. Okay? You don't know where you're going to run into some racist crackos and try and run you over or beat you down or stab you or shoot you. Can you imagine the hell Jake went through in the 50s and 60s and prior to that, man? Huh? You got to worry about your children playing in the street. You got to worry about your daughters as well. These damn devils are trying to kidnap them, rape them, and then hang them. Huh? You got to worry about your sons because these Edomites are sodomites by nature. It's in their gene to be a sodomite. There is no peace, man. It's constant worry about finances. Okay, even though the Lord gives you daily bread and you get a few trinkets here and there, you're constantly worried about things. It's a constant worry. But that's when faith comes in because your flesh is always warring against the spirit. But if you keep it spiritual and have faith, you just see that the Lord blesses you, man. Verse 20, the Lord Yahweh shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Before these Edomites got to America, man, okay, Esau lies about how the tribe of Gad or the native Indians lived, like they lived like savages. Esau, the so-called white man, is a real fucking savage. Do you understand? Okay? They're disgusting. They don't bathe. They still don't. They smell. Okay? They're sodomites by nature. They eat their meat raw. They murdered Israelite children. They raped Israelite boys. They raped Israelite women. Okay? They had fun. They had their way with us. Okay? They buried Israelites up to their head in sand and then kicked their heads off. Who could kick it off first in one kick? They grab Israelite babies, throw them in the air, chuck them on the floor, and bust their head open with their boot heel. They use us for sport. And that's what I'm saying is just on the tip of the iceberg. I've got so many things in my mind I can say. But I'll be here forever because they did so much. Okay? Okay? And then what I was meant to initially say was when these Edomites came to America, Gad had his beautiful towns, man. Clean, hygienic, perfume stores, incense stores, things that you can get, buy and sell. Obviously, there was no currency. I'm assuming they used gold and silver, or they bartered. Okay, everything was clean and hygienic. Gad would bathe 2-3 times a day. Like a lot of us Jakes do. We have like 2 showers a day at least. I know I do anyway, because you like to feel clean and fresh. Because that's how spirit. That's how nature. Gad would do that. Gad would be in. Hygiene is a big thing. That's why Jake says, man, cleanliness is next to godliness. It's a saying in it amongst Jake. And hygiene is a big thing. Clean towns, beautiful, everything order and structure, women in order, children in order. But then the Lord took that away, The Lord blessed them with that, with that sort of environment for a short while. Then Edomites came over and, the Lord destroyed it, The Lord destroyed it. Same thing with the Black Wall Street. And there were so many loads of black cities or Judite cities. Okay. They just talk about Black Wall Street because, that's the one they made movies on. But there's thousands and hundreds of them that were thriving cities in America that were lots of Jake millionaires came out of. Okay, they still had to deal with the racism, but they had money, And Jake is really intelligent and innovative. And you can see all the music that every single music genre Jake invented, all the cars Jake invented, all the clothes styles, everything Jake invented. Jacob is the former of all things, and these devils put their face on the thing that they invented it. Kentucky Fried Chicken, like a cracker can make a recipe like that. Back in the day, when I used to eat that in the 80s, it used to taste better. But now they've taken the Kentucky Fried Chicken out of it and put KFC because it's not chicken anymore. It's genetically modified, isn't it? You think Esau has hot sauce? Them damn devils, man, put pepper on their food and they think that's hot. Huh? So the Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, in all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. The Lord shall smite thee with consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Verse 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Okay? That's like being caught between a rock and a hard place, as I say, right? The rest of the curses, man. Okay? Genesis 49 and 19. Let's go deeper in this a little bit. Genesis 49. Yeah, read all of Genesis 49. It's beautiful, man. Lets you know about, gives you a solid breakdown on northern and southern kingdom. And other aspects. Genesis 49 and 19. Gad, who's a North American Indian, as well as the Indians in America. I'm not talking about you dot heads, okay? Indian just means savage anyway, okay? This Jake is everywhere, okay? I'm just saying. The bulk of the Israelites, the tribe of Gad, so-called North American Indian, which is a byword, okay? How come we've got so many bywords as well amongst us? I've noticed that Esau makes movies where the Italian Jakes diss the so-called black Jakes, and movies where the Latino Jakes diss the so-called black Jakes. And then the black Jakes diss the so-called Italian Jakes, And I remember as a child, there was a saying, if you do something stupid, oh, you're Irish. You're a sodomite. Oh, you're Irish. It'll be like saying anything negative, oh, yeah, that's Irish, dissing the real Irish. These Edomites have made us a song, man. And they clap at us and made us go at each other, okay? Thinking that we're different nations. And they sit back and laugh. But have you noticed that nobody makes fun of the small hatters in movies and makes them a byword? Yeah, I mean this guy Steve, what his name? Whatever that guy with the bald head what's his name again? Peter Santinello. This guy went to rich neighborhoods, and he interviewed some Iranian-ish people. Okay, I don't know whether they were Elam or they were Amalek that were residing in the land of Elam in Iran. Okay, but they were heathens for real, because these guys, were living in Bel Air, and he was asking them, how come you guys, Iranian-ish people, are so successful? And yeah, you don't need to watch that. And you just go back to that again. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Okay, you can't just read this all the way down. You got to read it from precept to precept unto precept, line a little here, a little there, line upon line, paraphrasing there. okay, just to get an understanding. It's like a puzzle that needs to be unraveled. Okay, I'm still learning, man, So best way to get deeper understanding is to have a gander at it yourself, look at it yourself, but most importantly, pray and also watch the prophets, man, the elders of Great Millstone. Because there's different levels to this thing. Everyone's gonna have different levels of knowledge. So lucky I digress a lot. Let's get back to Gad. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. Who's the troop? The cavalry, the bluecoats. They overcame Gad. Not because they're stronger than Gad. Man, Gad could run faster than a horse. Gad, the three warrior tribes amongst the northern kingdom are the tribe of Gad, tribe of Reuben, and the tribe of Manasseh. You see the best boxers and martial artists come out of them tribes. All the tribes are warriors, but those three specific tribes are they got that little extra je ne sais quoi, as they say, All right. But Gad, see, the first part is Gad, troops shall overcome him. That's like the last couple 100 years. But the latter part is, but he shall overcome at the last. When? We're coming into that time now. And all the Gadites are not wiped out, because some of the Gadites, some of you Jakes out there that think your Judites are actually Gadites. Some of that you think that you're actually Gadites are Judites. Some Gadites look like other nations. Okay? We look like other nations on this side, but in the kingdom we're going to get our look back. We're still going to be diverse looking in each tribe. That's what I believe, as thinking as a man. Every Judites are not going to look, are going to be all diverse looking. They're going to be melanated though, different shades, chocolate brown all the way to light skinned. Different eye colors, blue, green. There's nothing wrong with that. People talk about a recessive gene. I personally think that blue eyes on a beautiful brown skinned woman is gorgeous, man. That's me speaking as a man. And all these things come from us anyway, man. Where do you think Edomites come from? But they're a separate nation, though. Separated. Okay, two nations in thy womb, Jacob and Esau, but separated. Okay, the main part is two nations in thy womb. Okay. Let's go to the next part. Deuteronomy 33 and 20. And of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. What's that? That's America. That's Asereth. America means bitter. Okay? America being named after Amerigo Vespucci. Okay? More than likely a small hat, but in Edomite anyway. Okay? But America means bitter. And it is bitter. As it means bitter to the Israelites, it's still bitter from all the till, the brothers and the northern and southern kingdom were there and taken over by the Edomites, and right, all the way for the last 500 years, all the till now. Has it been bitter? Jake's still getting gunned down in the street. Little boys getting gunned down in the street for holding an orange toy gun or a green toy gun, 3, 4 years old. To this day, Jakes are being lynched. Israelites are disappearing for body parts because of the superior bodies that we have and superior intellect. So it's been very, very bitter. But back to Deuteronomy 33 and 20. And of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. And how did the Lord enlarge Gad? By making them numerous in number. But the main part is that America is a massive land, or the land of Asereth. Beautiful, massive land before Esau got his cracker ass over there. It was a beautiful land. You still got some parts of America that have been untouched by the devil. It's beautiful, man. Waterfalls and greenery and grass and all that, And only 5% of America is occupied with cities. The other 95% is empty. You see movies all the time. People drive from one part to the next. It's empty land. And they talk about overpopulation. Lying damn devils. Deuteronomy 33 and 20. And of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. He dwelleth as a lion and teareth the arm with the crown of the head. Gadites do dwell as lions, man. They've got that warrior spirit, the war paint, and teareth the arm with the crown of the head. And I believe that's scalping. See any more of this. Now we're coming to that time where the curses are coming on you devils. Okay? Some of you Edomites are still thriving because the Lord's going to knock you off your high horse. And when it does happen, because you damn devils get everything that you want and desire, you get success after success after success, which you rightfully should do because this is your kingdom or your queendom, your kingdom. You know, you know, this is your kingdom, so you rightfully should. But when you fall off that high horse, you're going to be jumping out of that 10th floor window or 20th floor window of your office, or you know, if you're a CEO of a construction company, you're going to jump right off that top floor building because you can't finish off the construction because you don't have the funds to do so. You're going to lose everything. When you do, you're going to go fall hard. We're going to laugh at you, and most importantly, Yahweh Hashem Yashai is going to laugh at you. Yeah? Jake is built for stress. Hence the reason why even Mike Epps jokes about it. He goes, "What does Mike Epps say?" Mike Epps says that, "What does Jake do?" I'm paraphrasing. What does Jake do when they lose a bankroll or things ain't going right? They go to sleep, and then they wake up the next day and they say, "You know what? I'm going to give this a try again. Tomorrow I'll give it another go. Tomorrow will be another day." And we do operate like that. That's a spiritual as well, because we deal with each day as it comes, and because we know we have faith in the Most High, and we know that the Lord is going to bring that blessing anytime soon. But these curses are going to come onto your enemies, and I've been seeing it here in the UK. I don't know about the States. The States is definitely happening, man. You got Skid Row and all that. You got all these damn devils there. You got niggas amongst them too. I mean, ninjas amongst them too. 2/3 or maybe other nations that look like Jake, strung out, fentanyl and all that kind of thing. But here in the UK, man, I see nothing but Edomites begging, sitting outside supermarkets and stores begging, and I look at them with disgust, and tell them to bounce. I'm going to give them a damn thing. And I love that. I love it. You understand? I love seeing these Edomites in anguish and in stress and in pain. Sometimes because we're merciful people, Jake is naturally merciful, naturally compassionate. Sometimes you think to yourself, let me do a little sign. But then I think to myself, nah. You come back every third or fourth generation. Every 3-4 generations ago, this Edomite wench or this Edomite cracker, right, had our people, our forefathers in chains, or lynching us, or doing whatever, man, doing all sorts of evil towards us, all sorts of evil towards us, or especially here in the UK, they were, I don't know, they were going to different parts of the world because of the British Empire, getting Jake in different parts of the world, putting hell on them, going to the Americas, putting hell on Jake over there. Now we're at the end. Now they're begging for money to buy crack and heroin and food and stuff like that. A lot of you Jakes, man, always want to help them, but do they ever help you? You always on that love doctrine, love everybody doctrine. Esau's never on that love everybody doctrine. And these curses are coming on you devils. And I'm glad it is. Deuteronomy 30 verse 7. And the Lord thy power, Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And that's we're coming into that time now. We're coming into that time right now. We're coming into that time right now. The chariots are revealing themselves. Brothers are seeing spiritual things. Our apostles and elders are seeing spiritual things and spiritual visions. May Yahweh Hashem Yashai bless our apostles, teachers, and prophets, whom we learn from, and Shamar Batak them, and their families. And Adwan Ratazah, may the Lord do the same thing for my family and Mashpakya. Miracles are going to start happening, man. I can feel it. When you least expect it, it's going to happen. The Lord ain't gonna say to you, "Oh, Tuesday at 3:30, I'm gonna come and do this." No, you go through hell, ailments, needs, and wants. When you least expect it, the Lord makes it happen. Small things. But can you imagine when the real miracles are gonna start happening? Things that we see in movies like Marvel and Black Adam and Superman. Spiritual power, levitating, shooting laser beams out of your eyes. Doing things because Jake, we want to be the man. We want to be seen. You know what I mean? You just want that royalness back. You so want to get down, on a physical level, get these devils, We've got to wait on the Lord because I don't care how good you are with your fists and how trained up you are as a martial artist. And our people are warriors, man, by nature. But when them super soldiers come, they ain't gonna help. You won't be able to take them down, man. We're gonna need spiritual power that day. Yahweh Shem Shai gave Samson spiritual power, man. On a lower level, if it wasn't like Lord gave him enough spiritual power for that specific time to take down a couple of thousand Hamites. That jawbone of an ass was like it was welded to his hand, man. And he's just juking him up, hacking him up. And then when he finished that, water came from that same jawbone. Just to quench his thirst. But now, with the technological advancement, and we're not in the ancient world, we're going to need a higher degree of power, man. Acts 1:8. Yeah, that hurricane and the things that are happening in the States, man, we're feeling it over here as well. If you can hear the wind blowing in the background. It's been a bit windy over here in London, man. Not a bit windy, quite windy, actually. Acts 1:8. But ye shall receive power after the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. That power's gonna come, man. A lot of you brothers are seeing spiritual numbers. A lot of you brothers are seeing eagles a lot. A lot of you brothers are seeing orbs when you pray, floating around you, flashes on your left or your right hand side. I've been seeing them. Okay, and I'm not bigging myself up. I'm not saying I'm anybody special. I'm just saying that I believe and these things are happening. I'm not the only one that's seeing it. Okay, a lot of the brothers in the UK, the Great Millstone Camp. I don't know the brother's name. He was doing a live and he also mentioned the same thing, and I've been seeing it as well. And I'm someone like who has a basic level of this knowledge, right? And can you imagine what the apostles and elders are seeing, man? Whew. Must be beautiful, man, what they're seeing. In terms of visions and dreams. Anyway. Salakia for the rant, but sometimes, you got to let it out. And, and whoever listened, Thawada, and I urge you to go to the Great Millstone videos, starting with the apostles and elders and the rest of the prophets. And, yeah, man, just watch them and learn and stick with one camp because they have the 144% doctrine. Okay. And it makes sense, man. If you can't see it, that's on you. And, because for some people have been chosen to see, some people have been blinded. Some people, some Jakes have been given the eye salve, some haven't. This truth is really precious. When you think about this carnal world, that okay, you didn't get the things that you desired, but the Lord got you thus far, right? This name, Yahweh B'Hashim Yashai, pursued Acts 4:12. There's only one name under heaven that we must be saved. It's powerful, man. It's very, very, very powerful. When you pray in that name, you can feel your body shaking, like power's gonna come into you any time. And I felt that a few times. You can feel your arms standing on end. Sometimes you start even crying spiritually. you know, and the Lord, comforts you, you know. Think about how many billions of Israelites are on this planet, but you have that name, you know. Think about you, Jake, what the names he used to call on: Allah, Buddha, Hari Krishna, what else? Jeebus. Um, I didn't call on any of those names, and I was an Israelite foreigner, man. But the hell I was going through at that time, the Lord put me in a situation where I had a bit of time on my hands, and I came across it. You know, then I stopped eating the swine. Then I stopped smoking cigarettes and smoking weed, doing other things, and it took a bit of time, man, because my walk has been a little bit different. Every Jake's got a different walk, man. But anyway, I don't want to talk about myself too much, and you know, yeah, I urge you to watch the Brothers of Great Millstone, the Apostles and Elders on down. Beautiful teachers, beautiful elders. May Yahweh Hashem bless them and keep them and their families. And may Yahweh Hashem bless and keep us all sincere brethren and our mashpakias, our families. You know? And shalom to you, man. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Al Shai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Al Shai, Brakti Yahweh, Brakti Al Shai. Wa Abad Babal, Kwam Yashala. Shalom.